We encountered this woman on Pantora. Do you know who she is?
That depends on what you boys do for me.
Okay, so before we can figure out why Finnick is hunting down Omega, we have to sit through this mission. Okay, that's fine. Hopefully when we figure out why Finnick is after Omega, the plot will start.
I wasn't sure you could pull this job off. Your bounty hunter is Fennec Shand.
Tell us something we don't know.
Who hired her?
Unknown.
So the plot isn't starting yet? So we're just not gonna start the plot? Alright, enough's enough. When I heard that The Bad Batch would be 16 episodes, I was a bit disappointed. I was hoping for about 8 to 10. Why? Well, with 8 episodes, there's less of a chance for the story to drag. The plot would move along quicker. Guys, we are a quarter of a way through this season, and the overarching plot is what exactly? What's the story here? Disney is treating this show like it's must-see TV, right? It's dropping on Fridays every week, same time as The Mandalorian, the same time as WandaVision, the same time as The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which is great. They're treating these animated shows like they're top-tier premium television, and I love that. Animated shows are just as good as live action stuff. It's just as important, just as impactful. I'm happy that they're giving these animated shows this type of treatment. It's well deserving, I believe. Animated shows can be just as emotional, just as rich, just as strong and impactful as live action stuff. So I appreciate that. That's all great. But if you're going to give this show the red carpet treatment, and that's what they're doing with these Friday drops, it has to deliver. It just has to. It has to deliver. The last 4 episodes of season 7 of The Clone Wars were amazing, right? That is premium television at its best. It was phenomenal. I'm not implying that every episode of The Bad Batch needs to be that good, but the last few episodes have been so slow. It's getting ridiculous how slow this show is. When is this show gonna kick into high gear? When are we gonna get the driving force of the show? When is that coming in? Let's just go through the first 4 episodes real quick. Episode 1 was the most eventful. Palpatine executes Order 66. Crosshair is the only one affected by it. Ultimately, he turns against his teammates. Clone Force 99 meets Omega. Clone Force 99 disobeys Tarkin, throws them in jail. They escape with Omega, and they're pretty much on the run from there, right? That's how episode 1 ends. That's pretty good setup, and then we go from there. Episode 2, they meet up with their friend while laying low.
What's the plan, Hunter? I thought we could go off on our own. Lay low.
Episode 3, they fix their ship while laying low.
The ship got hit hard when we fled Seleucami. Several systems have been glitching ever since.
In episode 4, they scramble their signature while laying low.
Comchatter has our ship's signature on a wanted list.
So we scramble it.
But Artifloor's not even inhabited.
Which makes it the perfect place to hide out.
Hide?
That's the first 4 episodes of this season. I was actually a little worried for episode 5. I thought it would be, oh, guys, the toilet is backed up. We have to make another stop. Some other random planet to take a shit. But actually, they traveled to another planet to meet up with this person named Sid in order to get information on Finnick. And ultimately, they got no information besides her name, which the audience already knew. So what was the purpose for us? Lucasfilm likes to do this thing where they take an entire episode and they focus on the character interactions and not so much plot. They do this a lot. The plot doesn't really progress. You could skip entire episodes and not miss much. It's a common thing. We saw it a lot in the Clone Wars. Don't get me wrong, these episodes are good, but what's the story here? We knew from episode 1 that they were going to send bounty hunters after her. That's just obvious, right? Star Wars stuff. We knew that was going to happen. The Kaminoans or whatever, Tarkin or someone, were going to go after her in some regard, especially since we saw The Mandalorian, like I said in my last video. So we all knew that Omega was going to get hunted down by bounty hunters. It was only a matter of time. What's the story here? Like, where is it going? Right now we're getting planet hopping and we're getting some missions here and there, but what's the overall story? What's the overarching narrative here? We still don't know why Omega is special. We haven't seen Crosshair since episode 3, I believe. We still don't know who sent Finnick, so what was the point of this episode? It's just so slow, and that's what I worried about. I knew they're going to drag this thing out. I would rather have 8 episodes, 8 really strong episodes that were plot driven. You got your character moments, you got your character interactions and all that, but the plot was pushing forward and it was compelling and it was interesting. They're doing this thing right now where they're dragging it on, they're dragging it. We're not getting any real plot, and it's frustrating, especially since they're treating this show like it's top tier premium television. Now, I'm sure some of you are saying, Vexed, you're spoiled. Back during the Clone Wars, we had a bunch of filler episodes about droids, and this shit used to drag on even more so back when we had 20 plus episodes. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I am spoiled. I openly admit it. Yeah, it used to be worse. We used to have a lot of episodes that were about droids and nothing to do with our main cast, nothing to do with Ahsoka and all that. I get that. I understand that. But that doesn't mean I can't comment on this. And yes, I am disappointed. It's simple as that. But I acknowledge that I am spoiled. Don't drop it on Fridays. So they're not even moving this off of Friday for Loki. They're keeping it on Friday. And they're treating it like it's this must-see television that we have to watch every week. But when you come to watch it, the main driving force for the show has not kicked in. We're just planet hopping. I'm not saying that it's bad. It's just a little disappointing. It's more geared towards like your typical Clone Wars season with a lot of episodes that drag. I'm hoping in episode 6, we'll find out some of the mystery box stuff, like what's going on with Omega. Maybe we'll find out what's the actual big driving force for the show right now. And I'm just like, all right, guys, let's pick up the story here. Come on, Lucasfilm, you can do it. We're already 5 episodes in, and this show has dragged. I will say that this show, it looks gorgeous. The show does. It's a beautiful looking show. I just hope the plot starts soon. All right, enough of that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Are you disappointed that the overarching narrative has not kicked in yet? It's not clear yet. Where are we going with this? Where will we end up? We can speculate, but we haven't really gotten those answers in the show yet. But maybe they'll happen in episode 6. Oh man. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. My name is Vex Viewer. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.